All right, let's go ahead and talk to Keri Gartland. She is riding out the hurricane in her home in Sarasota, Florida. Keri, are you with us?
I am. Hello.
Hello. Thanks for joining us, and we hope you are extremely safe at this point. Why did you decide to stick around, and what are you looking at out your door?
We decided to stick around mostly because we we get a lot of scares here in this area over the years, and we've been pretty blessed over the years that we don't actually ever get directly hit. So we feel ready. Everything's secured. We have supplies, and we just decided to bunker down.
Blessed is a good word to use at this point, especially when you're looking at the pictures that are happening across the state of Florida there. We're looking at some of the video that you sent in. If you could, it looks like it's a greenhouse that you're walking through. Kind of walk us through these pictures if you can. Is this the backyard of your home?
I think it's a pool. It seems
pool
to be
area?
Pool area.
Yeah, the backyard. Part of the fence went down, and the tree that you see down was a neighbor, a close friend. Her tree in her backyard was completely uprooted, and we haven't even been. We're expecting the worst of it in the next hour or two. So that took place probably about a couple hours ago.
So is your biggest concern flooding now, or?
At this particular location, winds are still our primary concern. Closer to the water, with the storm surge that we're expecting, that would be the bigger concern for those along the waterfront area in Sarasota.
Keri, I'm curious what precautions you took to safeguard your home and make sure that you're in as safe as possible area.
Well, I actually evacuated. The pictures you see here are my siblings' house. I came inland a little bit because I live closer to the water, and before I left, I secured everything. I shut off the breaker, shut off the water, so that if the worst case scenario occurred, we could get back in the house safely to address any damages that will or may have occurred. I won't know until tomorrow when I go back to see how bad it was. Here we secured everything we could possible. You bring outdoor furniture in. Like I said, this isn't our first time in this area. We're pretty accustomed to the warnings, so we have the drill down pretty well in terms of making sure we have water and gas and batteries and flashlights and things of that nature.
And was that the case for your other family members and also neighbors that they decide to evacuate and get out of Dodge? I know a lot of people are heading to Georgia and Atlanta, and now the system looks like it's heading to Atlanta.
It's headed to Atlanta, and that actually happened about over a decade ago in this area. A storm was headed in this direction, and many headed to Orlando, and the storm followed them right across the state. So, as I said, we've, over the years, we've been very blessed. So, for us, staying put made sense this time around.
So, Keri, what are you experiencing right now?
Very high winds. The winds are actually picking up. As I said, we're expecting the brunt of the storm from Fort Myers in the next hour or so. So we have very high winds. The rain has been consistent all day. The yards are starting to flood. This entire area is on a curfew, so the roads are cleared. Nobody's out and about exploring. So it's hard to say what the damage actually is. I can only say from this location what I've seen, and it's high winds. A lot of our friends and family have lost power. Right now, we're fortunate that as of this moment, we still have power.
And it may be,
but many in the area have lost it.
And it may be too early to tell, but up until this point, what are your thoughts about how officials, state and local, have handled this situation, the system here, the largest evacuation in the state of Florida's history?
Exceptionally well. I will say this is the first time in memory where at every level, everyone's kind of been on the same page. It's been very organized. They've been very proactive in terms of, encouraging people to get out, making people aware of what shelters are available, what to bring to those shelters. And what's been nice is as the storm has kind of shifted over the past day or so, people who thought they were safe and then had to get out at the last minute, I think local efforts have been very strong in opening up new shelters and making people aware of where they could be and what they would need.
It's so great to hear
I
that.
think they've done an excellent job, yeah, at all levels, city, county, state.
So how concerned are you, Keri, right now? Sarasota expected to really feel the impact right now. Are you frightened about the situation? Do you feel like you took enough precautions?
I personally feel like we took enough precautions. There's not a whole lot you can do about the wind in terms of those types of damages, but everyone has a plan, and we feel pretty secure that even worst case scenario, we're in good shape.
And Keri, I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask you anyway because a lot of Floridians are stubborn. You have no plans of moving. I love Florida too, but people across the country, they always look and say, well, why don't you just move so you won't have to run every hurricane season?
Well, you have to remember, many, if not most of us here, come from somewhere else. So we're from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. We're used to hurricanes up on that end too. So not reason enough to leave these winters that we enjoy down here.
That's very true. They are wonderful winters.
Yeah, and I love your pool area too. I hope it's together when this system passes through, but you have a beautiful backyard.
Well, that my sister, so.
All right, nice,
I will
nice.
share that compliment with her.
Okay, you guys stay safe and do everything the right way.
All right, we will.
All right, Keri Gartland.
Thanks for checking in.
Thank you, Keri Gartland in Sarasota.